Good morning, friends. Hi, welcome back. I am Miss L, and I am going to be teaching you some reading and language arts. So today we are going to do review character and setting, and once we get into our presentation, I'll explain what character and setting are, okay? So first, let's go ahead into our presentation. So our presentation is titled Reading and Writing Foundations by Ms. Lizarraga. So for our agenda today, we have our alphabet chant, letter review, practice, listen for the sound, high frequency word, and then our read aloud. We have the materials that we're going to need is paper, pencil, and crayons. And we can go ahead and get started with our first thing on our agenda, which was our alphabet chant. So I'm gonna sing it one time, and then you guys are gonna sing with me the second time, okay? So just like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job, boys and girls. Okay, we are going to do this together now. Are you guys ready? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Beautiful. Give yourself a pat in the back for doing that. You guys did awesome. Now let's go ahead into our next thing here. And we are going to do our letter review. So the letter of the day today is A. And in sign language, this is how we do our letter A. So we have our thumb and we put it next to our fingers, just like that. Kind of if you were forming a fist, but like this. So this is the letter A, okay? So what picture do you see here? What is this? A is for apple, okay? So I'm going to do a chant first, and then I'm going to have you sing with me. So A says ah, A says ah. See the letter, hear the sound. A says ah. Okay, let's do it one more time. A says ah, A says ah. See the letter, hear the sound. A says ah. Okay, are you guys ready to do it with me? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. A says ah. A says ah. See the letter, hear the sound. A says ah. Beautiful, boys and girls. Now that we have reviewed our sign language letter A, show me at home that you're doing the letter A. And that A is for apple, and we know how the A sound, what sound does the A make, okay? Now we're gonna do our mystery box. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and I have made a mystery box here at home. And I have a couple of items here in my mystery box. And the way that this mystery box is going to work is I am going to give you clues of things that I have inside my mystery box. And at home, you are going to share with someone what you think is inside my mystery box. Okay, are you guys ready? So the first thing that I have here, this First item is something that helps us find the date, what day we are on. You can find it in a paper form, or you can find it decorated. Sometimes you can find it big or small. So this is, what do you think this is? If it helps us, let us know what day we are on. And sometimes well, not sometimes, all the time, it has all of the days of the year. But this one is only one. What do you think this is? It's the calendar, the April 2020 calendar. So again, this is just a printed paper because I didn't have the fancy one, but this is a calendar with the month of April. So that starts with, April starts with the letter A. Okay, this next item, you can find it at the store. You can get it at the store. It is a fruit. It is round. It can be red. It can be green. What do you think it is? It's an apple. Good job, boys and girls. It's an apple. I have one more item here. This item you use in the kitchen. You use it because you don't want to get your clothes dirty. It can be all different colors, or it can just be one solid color. What else? It's kind of like a piece of clothing. What do you think it is? It's an apron. Do you see your mom or your grandma or whoever cooks inside the kitchen, that they wear an apron so they don't get their clothes dirty when they're cooking? So we had an apron in our mystery box. We had an apple, and we had the month of April in our mystery box. I want you to go around your house after the lesson and see what you can find that starts with the letter A, things that start with the letter A. And maybe you have an apron or an apple, or you have a calendar hanging, and I know it's already the month of June, but you can go back and see the month of April on the calendar, or I don't know, maybe you have a stuffed alligator at home. I don't know, maybe you can find some other items around your house, okay? So let's go back into the presentation and see what's next. So we are going to practice the letter A. So I'm going to practice on the whiteboard, and I want you to watch me first do it, then we're gonna do it together, okay? And you guys can stay on this screen. That way you guys can see the instructions and the arrows, but I'm gonna be saying it as well, okay? So we start at the top, slant left, lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slide right. Beautiful. So again, start at the top, slant left, start at the top, or lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slide right. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I'm going to write the letter up here. So I have the letter A here because we are learning about the letter A. What sound does the letter A make, boys and girls? Ah. Remember? A makes the sound ah, like in apple. Apple. Okay. So I'm going to pretend that I am writing my letter A on my piece of paper. Okay? And I am going to take out, so I can't see it from my screen, so I'm going to take it from my phone, the instructions. So we start at the top, slant left, lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slant right. Okay, so boys and girls, I want you guys to be watching me, okay? I don't want you guys to be writing yet. So remember, our tripod grip, that way we have a good grip of our pencil. So start at the top, slant left, lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slant right. Okay, one more time. Slant to the left, lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slant right. Beautiful. Now I want you to take out your piece of paper and your pencil, and I want you to do it with me. We're going to do it 3 times. Okay, start at the top, slant left, lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slant right. Beautiful. Start at the top, slant left, lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slant right. Start at the top, slant left, lift to the top, slant right, lift to the middle, slant right. Beautiful. Did you guys get practice with the capital A? Now we're going to do the lowercase a, okay? And the lowercase a says, start just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. So let's go into our presentation and check that out before we start our practice. So it says, start just below the middle, so right here, circle back, pull down straight. So start just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Easy. So let's go ahead and practice again. I am going to do it, and then I want you to do it with me, okay? So I'm going to draw my lines because this is my paper. Just like this. Okay? So it says, start, what was the first step, boys and girls? Start just below the middle, circle back, and then what was the last step? Pull down straight. Start at the just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Start at the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Start just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Guys, see? So start just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Beautiful. Now I want you to practice with me. So start just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Start just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Beautiful. Now I want you to use your 2 fingers and space it out. Okay, just like this. So circle back, or start just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Another finger here, 2 fingers. Just below the middle, circle back, pull down straight. Okay, beautiful. And the reason because I wanted to show you the spacing was because when we see in books or when we write, we have to leave spaces between our words or letters. That way, we know that that is the start of another new word, okay? Okay, let's go back and see where we are in our presentation. Let's see, let's go back to our agenda. So did we do our alphabet chant? We did. How about our letter review practice? We sure did. Listen for the sound. We still haven't done that. Let's go ahead and do that. So listen for the sound. I am going to read you a short piece of text, and I want you to, whenever you hear the ah sound, I want you to I want you to tap your head, okay? So let's go ahead and I'm going to read to you our text, okay? So, ants on the hill. Did you hear the A sound? Ants on the hill. Ants on the grass. Ants in the shoe. Ants on you, okay? Did you get that? So we're gonna do it one more time, okay? But I want you guys to do it with me this time. So, ants on the hill, ants on the grass, ants in the shoe, ants on you. Beautiful, okay? Now we are going to do it faster. And I want you guys to keep tapping your head when you hear the sound ah, okay? Ants on the hill, ants on the grass, ants in the shoe, ants on you. Beautiful. Now let's go into our presentation and see what is next. Let's see. Sorry, boys and girls, I am trying to get our presentation pulled up. So we are going to do our high frequency word, okay? So our high frequency word is we. We. Can you say we? We. So when we hear the word we, we're gonna go we, okay? So when I'm reading, like for example, we are boys, I want you to do we are boys, okay? So on the count of 3, whenever you hear the word we, you're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. We are boys. We are girls. We go to school. We like to have fun. One more time, let's do it together. We are boys. We are girls. We go to school, sorry. We like to have fun. Beautiful. Now I'm going to give you sentences and you have to hear the word we, okay? If you hear the word we, you're gonna go like this. We are invited to the party. We like pizza. Do you like pizza? Did you guys hear the word we? No, there was no word we in that sentence. We like candy. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and see what's next in our presentation. So, did we do our alphabet chant? We did. Did we do our letter review? We did. Did we listen for the sound? Yeah, that's when we were tapping our heads when we would hear the sound ah. Did we do our high frequency word? Yep. And now time for our read aloud. And guess what, my friends? I have a special friend joining us today. He told me that he was so happy the last time he got to be a part of our classroom that he wanted to come and visit us again, and he wanted to see all of you guys because you guys were such good listeners. Our friend Teddy is back. Can you wave, Teddy? He's waving at you guys. So he's going to be watching for all of you guys that are good listeners and that you guys are paying attention. And he wants to come back again if you guys are going to be awesome listeners, okay? Right, Teddy? Yep. So with that being said, we are going to do our read aloud. So remember at the beginning of our lesson that I said we were going to discuss main character and setting. So our main character is the who the story is about. So as we're reading through this story, think about it. Who is this story mostly about? Who is the one that we see in every single page? That is our main character. And our setting is where the story takes place. So sometimes books have different settings because our characters may go to the pool, our characters may be at their house, or maybe at the library. There's different settings, but we can focus on just one setting. Where was this character most of his time at? So let's go ahead and get started. I am Renee the boy. So this is a book that is in English and Spanish, but I'm going to read the English version, okay? So I am Renee the boy by Renee Colato Lainez. Illustrations by Fabiola Graullera Ramirez, okay? So my name is Renee, like my grandfather and my father. I am Renee III. I learned to write my name in El Salvador. I wrote it everywhere. I wrote it with the charcoal from Mama's brick oven. I traced it with a stick on the fresh rained soil. In El Salvador, I was Renee the brave, Renee the strong, and Renee the funny. I cannot believe it. Here in the United States, Renee is a girl's name. Can you believe it? So who are we seeing in this picture? Who do we see? Renee, the boy. Okay, so let's keep that in mind when we're thinking about our main character. So this book already introduced us or already showed us one character, and that character is Renee. Let's turn the page. I discovered it when a new student joined my classroom in Miss Soria's class. Jose, Mari, Carlos, here, answered everyone. Renee, she said, as I started to say here with pride, I heard a girl's voice answer to my name. She was the new student. Here I am. I'm Renee, she said. She looked at me and smiled. My mouth dropped. I was paralyzed. During recess, some boys came up and taunted me. Oops, sorry. You have a girl's name. Oh, that's not very nice, right? Teddy says that that's not very nice to make fun of other people's names. So what's happening here? Renee found out that Renee is a girl's name as well here in the United States. So we see more characters here, but who do we already know on this page? We already know Renee, right? Okay, let's go ahead. And I'm going to go back, actually, one page where we were before. Where is this story taking place right now? Is this at his house or is this at school? This is at school. So this is our first setting, school. In the kitchen, while we were eating fried plantains with sour cream and hot chocolate, I told my parents, the boys at school say that Renee is a girl's name. I have never heard such a thing, Papa said. Renee is the name of hardworking men. Renee is a beautiful name. Don't listen to them, Mama said. That's right. My name is so beautiful that a girl copied it from me, I said, as a piece of fried plantain disappeared into my mouth. So now we see two more characters, Rene's parents. But who do we still see in the picture? Rene. So maybe Rene is our main character. Maybe the story is about Rene. We'll have to keep reading to see if he keeps showing up in our other pictures. So here, the story is taking place at home. So we already have two settings. We have home and we have school. Let's see which other setting we see. At school, my desk partner was Renee, the girl. She was behind me every time we lined up in alphabetical order. She was always smiling at me. During recess, she told me that she wanted to be my best friend. Are you sure that your name is Renee? I asked her. You're a girl. Maybe your name is Irene and you lost the I in the alphabet soup. No, she told me. My parents named me Renee. So this is Renee and Renee. So we still are seeing Renee in the picture. So that's, I think that's our main character, but let's keep reading. And they are at school, like at recess. So our setting is still school. After recess, we went to the school library. There were many shelves of books. Some were so high that I could not reach them even if I stood up on my tiptoes. Boys and girls, all these books are for you, the librarian said. We use books to read, study, and research information. Research? What can I research? I asked her. Anything you want. These books have information on anything, she told me. Afterwards, the children borrowed books. I looked for the perfect book from left to right and up and down. Here it is, I exclaimed, the meaning of names. So he's now at the library, at the school library, and we are seeing Renee in the picture. Oh, okay. Teddy wants to tell me something real quick. Okay. Teddy says that he is so impressed at how well you guys are listening to the story, and he's super happy you guys are filling his bucket. So let's keep reading. In the evening, I fell asleep on the sofa while I watched a movie. When Mama tried to pick me up to go to bed, I woke up. You are too heavy, mijo, she told me. A few years ago, you were just a baby. In my room, I took the library book from my backpack. There was a list of boy and girls named in alphabetical order. I looked from the letter R. René, here it is, origin French, meaning reborn. Then I looked in the dictionary and discovered that reborn meant to be born again. Wow, isn't that cool? Maybe you guys, after we get done with this lesson, you guys can ask your parents, or you guys can have an older sibling help you research what your name means. I think that would be so, so cool. Who are we seeing here? Still René, and he's at home. So our settings have not changed. They have been at school and at home. The next day, we made a chart with our names. Miss Soria said my name wrote René on the board. That's not how you write René, I said to my teacher. How do you write it? My teacher asked. I picked up an eraser and removed the last E and wrote an accent mark on the second E, René. The girl then took the eraser away from me and wrote it back the way it was, René. This is the way I write my name, she told me. After I saw her name on the board, I felt much better. Her name was different. Hers had 5 letters and mine had only 4. So they're at school, and we see the teacher and Renee, and here is Renee. Before going home, the teacher passed a flyer. It said this, The school library presents the first writing contest of the school year. Open topic. Write on any subject. A winner will be chosen next month. Prize, 2 extra large pizzas. I love pizza, Renee said. Me too, I said. So we see, which characters are we seeing here? Renee and Miss Soria. At home, after going to bed, I decided to participate in the writing contest. What can I write about? I asked myself as I fell asleep. In the following weeks, I took notes on all things I had discovered about my name. Then I wrote my essay. A month later, during the assembly in the auditorium, the librarian announced the first place winner. I could not believe what my ears were hearing. I won, I said as I jumped up and down. I came to the stage and the principal asked me to read my essay. So here is René in his house. I am René. In Spanish, René is a boy's name. In English, my name with an extra E at the end is a girl's name. René is a French name that means to be reborn, to be born again. I have read about men named René in books. I found René Descartes. He was a philosopher. In my teacher's art book, there was a painting by René Magritte. But I don't look like René's in those books. I have brown skin, like the sweet bread that Mama gives me for breakfast. I have black and straight hair that does not like combs or brushes. I have beautiful black eyes like Mama and strong arms like Papa. So here he is, René, winning first place for his essay, and he read it to everyone. And this is the principal, I think. So the setting is school, right? My name René is different. It is my very own name. The letter R is for the railroad that ran in front of my house in El Salvador. The letter E is for my country, El Salvador. The letter N is for never give up. The letter E is for my new country, Estados Unidos, the United States. The accent mark at the end is what makes my name strong and powerful. I am this, René. Beautiful. So he did like a little poem of his name using the first letter of his name. Here in the United States, the names of many words change in English. Mi escuela is now my school, and mi casa is my house. Even mama is now mom, and papa is dad. They don't understand if I call them mom and dad, but René is René in English and Spanish. Sometimes people pronounce my name differently. I don't care because I know who I am. In English, I found René is my favorite color, green. René is written backwards in energy. I have a lot of energy. I can find René in what I like the most, adventures. Beautiful. And this is René still in the picture. Now I know why René means to be reborn, to be born again. First, I was born in El Salvador, where I learned to write my name and speak my favorite language, Spanish. Now I am born again in the United States, where I learned to speak English. I am so lucky that after I was born again, I can speak, read, and write in English and Spanish. When I finished reading, everyone clapped. The principal gave me the 2 extra large pizzas. Wow, what way to go, René. I shared the pizza with my classmates. I like your name, René told me with a slice of pizza in her hands. I like your name too, I said as I took another slice of pizza. Beautiful. That was an awesome story, boys and girls. It was a little long, but Teddy said that he's so happy that you guys were paying attention and following along. So we discussed our main character, which was René, right? He was in every single picture of our book. And he was also in the setting. he was in school and at home. So those were our two settings for the story. I am so happy that you guys got to join me today. Teddy's gonna give you a big clap, and he says that he's gonna be back for other lessons. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and keep practicing your letters and reading at home. And I will see you very soon. Bye.